Hello everyone, welcome to Global Online University. So every day we are looking at questions from paper 1. So today we are looking at information and communication technology. This is one of the important units from where questions could be asked. So let me know if we can begin. For paper 1, we provide you 60 full syllabus tests. Each test will have 50 questions, which means a total of 3000 MCQs for you. We provide you complete notes in English and in Hindi. Also, we provide you video lectures. So all this is available at the Global Online University app, or you can join our paid WhatsApp group. So today's mock test is based on ICT, and the speciality is I have taken most of the questions I've taken from previous year's papers, and especially from 2020, so that you get the latest questions for preparation. Okay. So every day we are looking at questions from paper 1. So today we are looking at information and communication technology. This is one of the important units from where questions could be asked. So let me know if we can begin. So if students who have not prepared or have not started their preparation, the live classes that I take daily, these are very important for you because I'll be covering each and every section for you all. Every unit and every topic will be covered. So students, from these daily classes also, you can get your preparation done. So here the first question for today is, consider the following technologies: microprocessor, transistor, vacuum tubes, or artificial intelligence. Now you have to arrange these technologies from the order in which they have come. Okay. You know that the computers are classified on the basis of hardware, that is, on the basis of generation. Computers are classified into first generation, second generation, third, fourth, and fifth. So currently we are using fifth generation computers. So we have to arrange these technologies in the year or which had come first. So first, vacuum tubes were used in the first generation of computers. Then transistors were used in the second generation of computers. Then microprocessor is used in the third generation, and while artificial is being used in the present era. So here the right answer is CBAD. One important rule for you all is, do write your scores in the comment section. Can students who are watching now? Yes, one student has given the right answer. Others, let me know what do you think is the right answer. Yes. So students are giving the right answer. That means your preparation is going well. Very good. So this is something important for UGC NET. You should know the different types of computers on the basis of generation, on the basis of functionality. You have mini computers, microcomputers, supercomputers, mainframe. So those are on the basis of their functionality, and you should also know about internet, email. So we'll be covering different questions and then I'll be explaining you each and every one of these. Okay. Microsoft Access, Oracle, and SQL are examples of file database, relational database, template, or attribute. So you know, students, now whichever systems that are being used all around the world, they talk about data. Okay. Whether you talk about like Amazon, everybody they purchase things from Amazon, right? So In Amazon also, you might think whatever you buy, okay, whatever orders that you're placing, it will have a order ID, the order date, order description, all these things that will be there. Item, whatever item or product you have purchased, that ID will be there. So all these things, they are stored somewhere, right? So they are stored in a database. A database is a place where your data or your information is being stored. These, and there are different softwares through which these tables, these are actually in real life computer engineers, they call it tables. So these tables, they are accessed using various languages. So Microsoft Access, Oracle, and SQL are example of relational database. So relational database are those where there are relations between different table. For example, this is your order ID. Okay, so or for order ID there will be one table, and like if I'm writing the product ID, so there'll be a product ID and there will be a different product table. So and there will be relations between all of these. So all these are examples of Oracle is a example of relational database. SQL stands for structured query language. You should know the full form also. So this is the language that is used to retrieve data or put data in this tables. Okay. So here B is your right answer. Operating system is an interface between. So operating systems like your Windows or Linux or Mac, all these are an interface, or they are the middleman between whom? So they are an interface between a user and a computer. Okay. So whenever, if you're having a Windows 10 laptop, so whenever you open it, you see a desktop window. So there are different icons on it. Okay. You have your browser or your file explorer. You have control panel. So what is this? From these places or from the desktop window, you are able to tell the computer, okay, open internet. Or what is all this? This is operating system is that works as the middleman between a computer and a user. Okay, whenever we want to get things done, we tell the operating system to do this, right? So C is your right answer. Which of the following can be termed as digital library for education? Which of the following is a digital library? So library, it is like a place where there are books or you gain information. But digital library means like there are videos also for studying. So NPTEL, it stands for National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. So this is very important for you all to know. The full form you should know. From UGC NET perspective, I would like to tell you abbreviations are very important. You should know these abbreviations, and these the full forms when they give, they are very close enough. So you should know them very well. Okay. NPTEL is the digital library for education. D is your right answer. Okay. Which of the following is not a search engine? So we just talked about browsers. Browsers are those softwares. These are application softwares that help you to access the internet. Okay, browsers. For example, your Chrome, your Internet Explorer, we call it IE, your Mozilla Firefox, Netscape Navigator. So all these are different examples of browsers. But there is also a special kind of website which is called a search engine, which gets you to another websites. So that is a search engine where you look for information, you type things. So Windows is definitely not a kind of search engine, because everybody knows that it is a kind of operating system. So here this is your right answer. While Google and Yahoo and Bing, all these are examples of search engine. Okay. So next question is, as compared to secondary memory, the primary memory of a computer is. So secondary memory, students, these are CDs, your DVDs, your hard disk, external hard disk actually. Yeah, your hard disk, all these are kinds of secondary memory. Okay, like pen drive. Bing is also an example of search engine. There is nothing to explain, students. Like, if you don't use it, just remember that it is a kind of search engine like Google. Okay, Google and Yahoo. So as compared to secondary memory, the primary memory is, so primary memory is also called the main memory. The examples are RAM and ROM. These are a kind of primary memory, or I could say primary. And secondary memory, the examples are your pen drive, your CD, your DVD. These are your secondary memory. So as compared to secondary memory, the primary memory is fast. Yes, because you see, whenever any program that is running in RAM, it will be faster because it is closer to the CPU. Okay, these are directly connected to the CPU. That is why they are faster. Firewalls are used to protect a communication network against. So there are many students who work, or there are many people who work in MNCs, okay, multinational corporations. So there is a particular network for that company, so that other people like hackers, they are not able to see what communication is going on within the organization, because there are people who can steal your information and they can misuse it. So organizations, they put firewall in their network to protect their network against unauthorized access. A is your right answer. Unauthorized access, as the name suggests, means people who do not have access. For example, there is a person A who is working in the company, so he can connect or communicate with people who are working in that organization, while a person D who is not in this organization, he cannot communicate with these persons, because this company, it had put a firewall. Firewall means it protects the network from unauthorized access. Okay, A is your right answer. I hope you guys got it. A word in a web page, when clicked, opens another document. So there are many times when you open a document, it says click here, okay, in blue color, and there is also underline on this. So what is that underline? What it is called? It is called a hyperlink. Okay, because in the internet, if documents are connected to each other, document 1 is connected to document 2, these are called web resources. Okay, every page on the internet has a particular link. So whenever in a particular document you put a word, you put, like, if you write click here, it will take you to another page. So this word click here, this is known as a hyperlink, to connect different pages to each other. This can be another word for program. So what would you call, what would you give another name to program? You can call a program as a software. So softwares are those programs that help us to do a particular kind of task. For instance, you have Photoshop, which helps you to edit. You have Adobe Reader, which helps you to read PDF files. Okay, or you have your browsers to surf internet, and you have antiviruses. So what are these? All these are different kind of softwares. Which of the following softwares allows to surf the internet? So definitely engine is not a kind of a software. It is a kind of a special website, while browser is the software that helps you to connect to the internet. So again, I'll repeat for you all. The examples of browsers are Chrome, Netscape Navigator, Mozilla, Internet Explorer. Internet service provider, ISPs. These are special type of companies that gives us access to the internet. For example, in India we have Jio, Airtel, BSNL. So these companies, they give us access to the internet. Okay. So again, I am telling you to remember abbreviations very well, because this is one of the patent of UGCNET. They can ask you any kind of abbreviations. They can ask you abbreviations related to HTTP, FTP, TCP/IP. Okay. Which of the following technologies employ asynchronous communication? So communication, these are of two types, synchronous and asynchronous. Students, synchronous communication means when you are talking to someone at the same time. Okay, the communication is going on simultaneously, same time and space. While in asynchronous, people, they talk at different times. For example, video conferencing. So if you are trying to talk to someone, to each other, to your friend through video conferencing, that will be a synchronous communication, video conferencing. Okay. While email, it is a kind of asynchronous communication, because what happens if you are sending your resume to some other company, you will send the email, the other person will look at it and he will reply at a later time, then he will ask for some more information. So what is going on? Things are not happening simultaneously. One email is sent, then the other uska reply you are getting after 10 hours. So this is not synchronous communication, it is say asynchronous. The same way, forums like Quora is an example of forums. Okay, so it is also asynchronous communication, because if you put a question on Quora, some person might answer it after 5 days or 1 month also. So that is asynchronous. While instant messaging is also a kind of synchronous communication. Okay, so here the question asks which employ only asynchronous communication. It is emails and forums. Okay, B and D. Okay, sorry, it's B and C actually. Right answer is this. Emails, emails and forums, right? Errors in computer programs are called. So what are errors called in a computer program? Okay, so errors are called, students, they are called bugs. This is very important. This question has been asked many times. What are errors called? These are called bugs. Whatever mistakes that is made during um, programming, Those mistakes are called bugs. So let's revise whatever we have studied today. Quick revision for you all. So the first question was to arrange them in the order that these technologies had come. So the first is vacuum tube, then transistor, then microprocessors, and then artificial intelligence. Okay. The second question was Microsoft Access, Oracle, SQL are examples of. So these are examples of relational databases. Okay. Next is operating system is an interface between a user and a computer. Okay. Not software, hardware, not compiler and hardware, but user and a computer. Which of the following can be termed as digital library for education? NPTEL, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. Which of the following can be termed, okay, this has been done. Which of the following is not a search engine? So my Windows is not a search engine because it is an operating system. Okay. Windows, Linux, all these are different kind of operating systems. As compared to secondary memory, the primary memory is faster, definitely faster. RAM is faster than your CD, DVD. Firewalls are used to protect a communication network against unauthorized access. A word in a web page when clicked opens another document is, so there are words on a web page on the internet you go, and wherever you click on that word it takes you to another page. So that word, it is called a hyperlink, which is used to connect one page to the another. The another word for program is a software. Software is a program which performs a set of instructions and gives you your result. Which of the following software allows user to surf internet? Very simple. So it is a browser. Browser helps us to surf internet. Which of the following communication technologies employ only asynchronous communication? So it is emails and forums. C is your right answer. Errors in computer program are called, so these are called bugs. Okay. In the analog communication, contents are considered to be. So what are the contents? What kind of contents are there in an analog communication? Analog communication are like the one related to radio. Okay. So here whether they are convergent. Convergent means things when they converge or they meet at one point, that is called convergent. Or static. Static means that it does not change. Physical, something that you can touch. And ethereal, which means very delicate. So in analog communication like the one in the radio, the contents are static. Okay, they are not dynamic, students. Like you might have heard about heard news or songs. So these are static, they don't change. Ethereal means very delicate. So contents are not delicate. Okay. One student has said D as the right answer. So D is not the right answer. The right answer is B. Contents are static. Which of the following are barriers to effective communication? So effective communication is when what the sender is trying to send to the receiver, it goes as the sender is saying. The idea or the message is not changed. Whatever I'm trying to tell you, like if you consider this class an example, whatever I'm trying to tell, the concept that I'm trying to explain, if you understand it the same way, that means the communication is effective. There could be very numerous barriers. Barriers mean, students, it means obstacles in effective communication. So this could be physical noise. Yes, physical noise. For instance, if you are talking to someone in the room, And there is background noise. So that is physical noise. Noise means any disturbance while sending the message. That is called noise. Semantic noise. Noise means related to language. Yes, there could be. Psychological noise. Psychological noise, like if you are not feeling well. And non-semantic noise. This is not a barrier to effective communication. So here in this question, the right answer is A, B and C. Okay, B is the right answer. Students, let me know what do you think. Yeah, it's A, B and C. B is the right answer. In communication process, when the sender and receiver interchange their role in respect of sending and receiving the message, it is called. So here this question is related to models of communication. This is one topic of communication. There are three types of models, students. Linear model, transactional model, okay, transactional and interactive. So I'll tell you about all of these in detail. Linear model means when there is one person sending a message to a large group. For example, the kind of communication is mass communication. When you look at TV, one channel is trying to give the message to a large number of audience. So that is linear. In linear model of communication, there is no feedback. Okay. Transactional model is a face-to-face model where what happens, like when you are talking to your friend, one one time you will speak, like this is friend 1 and this is friend 2. Two people are talking. One will become sender, like you will tell, okay, I have an exam and I have not prepared. So your friend, he will tell you, okay, if you haven't prepared, this is the particular topics you study, and then you will be able to give your exams. So what is this? One time, one person will become the sender and the other will become the receiver, and vice versa. This person will become the sender and this person will become the receiver. So this is transactional model. There is spontaneous feedback in this type of model. Interactive model is the model which is related to new technologies like internet, or when you are talking about internet, or you are teaching on YouTube. What is this? All this is interactive model of communication. So here the feedback is delayed. For example, if you write something on my video, you put some comment. So when I will get time, I will see the comment. I will reply to it at a later time. So what is this? The feedback is there, students, but it is delayed. It is not as fast as transactional. In linear, there is no feedback at all. In transactional, spontaneous feedback is there, while in interactive, delayed feedback is there. So these are the three models of communication which you should definitely know for your net preparation. So when in communication process, sender and receiver, they keep on changing their roles. That model is transactional model. So B is the right answer. When communication for education purpose takes place, the sequence of element is, it is source, encoder, message, decoder and feedback. A is the right answer. Okay. Next is traffic signals are an example of which type of communication? So traffic signals are example of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication includes your gestures, postures, how you are standing, or your face expressions. Non-verbal means where there are no words. Words are not used. That is non-verbal. Okay. The way you are dressed up for something. For example, if you are going to an interview and you are wearing a very very casual dress. Okay, you are wearing a very casual dress, so that will not put a very good impression of you, because the interviewee, he will think that you are not serious for this job, because whenever you are doing a formal job, there is a particular dress code that has to be followed. So you see, even clothes, they also give a message. They are also a kind of non-verbal communication. And even if you do not come at time, that is also a non-verbal communication. So there are different types of non-verbal communication also, which is called paralanguage, kinesics, chronemics. So these are different areas that from where question could be asked. So you should also know the various types of non-verbal communication all as well. Okay. So one question from list to match the following. See, this is a previous year question. These are the type of question which you should practice thoroughly, where match the following is being asked. Okay. So types of communication: intrapersonal, interpersonal, group communication, mass communication. Got it, friends? And these are the different characteristics of the types of communication between persons, within a small organization, large number of unknown audience, or within oneself. So whenever intrapersonal communication, you see this word directly, you have to, what word you should come, it is related to oneself, to your own. Okay, you have to remember, whenever intrapersonal communication comes, it is related to your own self. So intrapersonal means communication within oneself. Okay, then interpersonal is between persons. One, group communication is within a small organizations, and mass communication is large number of unknown audience. Okay, so it is 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2 and 3. This is the right answer. Okay, next. Efficacy of written communication depends on. So here, efficacy means the ability to produce result. What is the efficacy to of written communication? Efficacy of written communication depends on. It means like whenever you are writing something and you want to get the desired result, what are the various factors? For example, you are writing your CV. CV means curriculum vitae, or you can also call it resume whenever you are applying for some job. So the way you write it, the way you write your resume, and you want to get desired result, what are the various factors? Lengthy presentation, no. If you write a 5-page resume and there is nothing good written in it, or only crap you have written, it will not give you a job. So lengthy, it shouldn't be lengthy. Complex sentence structure, no, complex structure is not required. Right? Simple, so that the other person gets can understand. Editing after writing, let's see. Brevity in sentences. Brevity means concise sentences, accurate sentences. Yes. Use of strong words. Yes, this will also give you, like if you write very good strong words in your resume, it can fetch you a job. And effective use of words. So this is also important. So here in this question, the right answer is D, E and F. 4 is the right answer. Okay. Brevity means, once again I'll tell you, brevity means concise or exact. Wherever you want to write which word is required in the resume, if you write it that way, it will give you a good impression of yours in front of the person who is reading your resume. Okay, got it? So 4 is the right answer. Given below are two statements, assertion and reason. Now we have to tell if both are true or if one of them are true or if reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Let's read. It is the ability of a teacher to make students active listeners with the help of interactive techniques. Okay. Reason is in teacher-centric communication, students tend to become passive listeners. So whether now for this question you have to tell if both are true or if one is true or if both are true and R is the correct explanation or incorrect explanation. So students, it is the responsibility of the teacher to make students active listeners with the help of interactive techniques. Yes, this statement is true because if the teacher keeps on asking the questions, the students tend to become active listeners. Okay. In teacher-centric communication, students tend to become passive listeners. Yes, this statement is also true. Now, in this question, both the statements, assertion as well as reason, both are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Okay. Because it is the responsibility of the teacher to make students active listeners. Because if the teacher will not use those techniques, students will become passive listeners. B is the right answer. Reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Which of the following is not one of the steps in communication process? Encoding, decoding, transmitting over communication media or noise. Which is not the correct process of, which is not a step is option D, noise. Noise is not a step in communication process. Communication is a one-way process, two-way, three-way or four-way. So it is definitely a two-way process because there is feedback. Sender is sending the message and the receiver is giving feedback. Then it becomes a two-way process.